Challenge Fund is a project that's been running for about 3 years. And what it aims to do is find the most innovative ideas that are out there to solve really important complex problems.
Digital Resilience for Small Businesses project is looking at the fact that there's increasingly a huge amount of cybercrime and cyber threats around. Increasingly we're seeing small businesses being targeted as kind of low-hanging fruit, and they don't have the expertise and they don't have the support to give them any idea of where even to begin when they're looking at cybersecurity. So we asked them to rate themselves between 1 and 5 about how secure they are. And then at the end of the interview, we'd also give our own rating of them. This risk assessment tool, essentially, we ask business-focused questions about, do you have a website? How many employees do you have? Do you allow them to log in remotely? What kind of data are you storing? And then at the end, we give them 3 tips for what they should do immediately to combat their cyber security. And we also then give them a risk score in comparison to other people in their sector. So they have a bit of an idea of where they sit, and hopefully they can come back a few months later and see that score increasing. And this was one of the first big fundings I got, and I would say it's changed the trajectory of both my research and my career.
Our technology Reser is a reactor that incorporates a really solid state material with a catalyst to generate hydrogen safely, on demand, for any application that hydrogen is required in. And I think this is revolutionary, not just for the project with Research Ireland, but certainly with our partners, our stakeholders engagement that we've done. We see that applications in backup power, automotive, aerospace, aviation, etc. And we think that we will be a piece of the puzzle to actually decarbonise some of these sectors.
We've come up with a very clean way of harvesting this hydrogen, and that's this material here called ammonia borane. So ammonia borane, as you see in my hands, is quite stable, it's not reacting, it's not releasing any hydrogen. So the real key to this was to come up with a special molecule called a catalyst, and that catalyst then helps to release the hydrogen from this material here. So by doing that, we can create the hydrogen on demand. So we don't need to store it in very large tanks. We can just say, okay, we can just release this amount of hydrogen, and generally then what that's done is it's passed into a proton exchange membrane, which is then converted into electrical energy and releases then just water. So very clean, no CO2 emissions. This initiative by Research Ireland, this Challenge 250, basically said, here's some money, put it together and show that it works. So it's been great to be able to have enough to bring a team together, and to also have, they've set up courses and things like that to get us understanding the thinking, like how can we think together, how can we come up and solve problems.
So the Challenge Fund kind of combines funding with training, with an ability to bring in a much broader team perhaps than other research funding streams. And to me that's why it's important, and that's why it's different, and why it has the potential to have real impact here in Ireland.